Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Stories Decode. Reed was in fear and confusion. What is all this happening, Olivia? We have been driving for so long, but neither the night is coming nor the day is changing. Something is very wrong here. So the story begins with young Reed and his dad. His dad was a hunter, and this time, he also took Reed on a hunt. He hunted a deer and then gave Reed a knife so that he could remove its skin. But Reed was very scared. He could not do this. Seeing this, his dad came in anger and started shouting at him. This is where the scene cuts, and now we are shown grown-up Reed. Today was his wedding day. The whole house was filled with happiness. After the wedding, Reed and his wife were going on a long drive, for which his dad had already made preparations. He kept something in the car that was only for emergency. Seeing this, Reed got angry. He was not close to his dad, maybe because of his strict behavior. Reed and his wife started the journey. On the way, it was found that his wife was pregnant. Both were talking about their upcoming child that suddenly a car came in front of them. Reed did not pay attention and their car had a narrow escape. His wife scolded him a lot for being careless. After going a little further, they reached a place where there were two roads. They did not understand which way to go. There was a signboard on which it was written that there is a fuel station and a store nearby. Reed's wife said that we should go on this road because fuel stations and stores are usually near the highway. These people went on that road, but the strange thing was that there was no traffic there. When they reached the store, they saw that it was completely empty. An old man was sitting inside, but when they tried to talk to him, he did not answer, as if he was sleeping or unconscious. Then suddenly an old woman came near them. Seeing her, both were a little scared, but then they took care of themselves. Reed's wife asked the old woman for permission to use the washroom. The old woman said in a stern tone, "Do not make it dirty." Then, with the help of the old woman, they found a way to the highway and they left. During the journey, both started talking again. Then suddenly Reed felt that. It felt as if someone had filled a bucket and spilt blood on his car. But the next moment, everything became normal. He thought that maybe it was just his illusion. After a while, Olivia, that is, Reed's wife, turned on the radio. Normal songs were playing there, but Reed heard another voice in them, as if someone was saying, "Your wife does not love you." On the way, they saw an old man. Reed thought that maybe he was asking for a lift. Olivia said earlier, "We will not give him a lift. Who knows who he is?" Reed was tired, so now started driving Olivia. Then Reed felt very strange, as if he was going backwards instead of moving forward. He ignored these things and tried to sleep. As soon as Reed slept, he felt that Olivia had turned into a terrifying devil. Her face and eyes became very terrible, as if she was about to eat Reed. Then suddenly Reed's eyes opened. He got scared and started looking here and there. After coming on this road, strange things were happening, and mostly with him. He couldn't understand why all this was happening. Olivia was driving, but she hadn't seen the meter yet. When Reed looked at the meter, he saw that the tank was almost empty. This could only have happened if he had been driving for many hours. Olivia said in surprise, "I thought we were driving for just a few minutes." Reed's mind went crazy. Something is wrong. Time loop. He understood that they have been repeating the same thing for a long time, but they didn't even realize it. Now Olivia had to believe it too. Olivia's head started spinning. He started feeling strange. Reed, to help her, tried to take something from the back of the car. Then Olivia saw blood on the car. The very next moment, she saw a blood-stained girl on the road. Scared to death, she quickly drove the car away. Reed was shocked and asked, "What are you doing?" Then Olivia told everything in fear. While talking, they again reached the same bumper from where they had left. Now both of them were out of their minds. Reed paid attention that they have been traveling for many hours, but it was still late in the evening. As soon as they got out of the car, suddenly thick darkness spread all around. In a moment, it was night. Then Olivia saw a dead body of a man lying on a nearby tree. His body had risen as if someone had eaten him. Before they could understand anything, suddenly a stranger who was wearing a mask attacks them. The two run to save their lives in fear and try to run in the car. Afraid, Reed starts back driving instead of moving the car forward. While going back, the two also forgot why they were doing this. Then suddenly the same man wearing a mask came in front of their car again. Now the fuel in the car had also run out. They could not even run anywhere. Then a car came in front of them. The man wearing a mask was shocked by his horn, and taking advantage of this opportunity, Reed and Olivia ran towards the jungle. But coming to the jungle, the strange things started happening again. They did not remember why they were running in the jungle. Then suddenly the time stopped, and when they woke up, they found themselves locked in a dark room. Now they were both injured, and they realized that they had been kidnapped, and the one who kidnapped them was no one else but the same masked man. Then Olivia looked at Reed and said, shivering, I have to tell you the truth. I did not love you. As if someone stabbed Reed in the heart. Olivia said, crying, I was forced to marry you. I was with someone else. And to be honest, I do not know if this child is yours or not. Reed's blood boiled. Then the radio in the room started itself, and a voice came from the middle of the song. I told you, she does not love you. Reed saw it with a shock. The same masked man was sitting nearby, and he was probably eating the flesh of the same dead man. Now his eyes were on Reed and Olivia, but before he attacked, someone suddenly came from behind and hit his head hard. The masked man fell unconscious. Reed and Olivia saw that he was the same old man whom they had previously seen at the store. The same one who was stopping them from coming to this place. Reed muttered and asked, what is all this? Where are we? The old man took a deep breath and said, this place is cursed. Everything here is stuck in a loop at one time. Neither time moves forward, nor can anyone escape from here. And the longer you stay here, the more you will forget your past, as I have forgotten. This story is of a man who has been stuck in the same place for a few years, who does not even remember how long he has been here. He was old, and he thought that maybe he will die in the loop at this time. But suddenly his memory started going. He forgot Olivia and Reed, and started attacking them. Scared, they both ran away from there. It was morning while they were running, but Reed was angry with Olivia. He did not want to talk to her, but right now the most important thing for them was that they get out of this place at any cost. On the way, he saw a human. After looking carefully, it was found out that it was Olivia when she went to the washroom in the jungle. That's when they understood that they are stuck in a loop at one time. Everything was happening the same way every time. Reed immediately picked up a stone and scared the old Olivia so that she could go away from there. Now he understood that first there was no one to scare him. Rather, he was himself. Then he pulled out the petrol from his car, and in the next loop, he put it in his car to save himself. Now they also understood that if they drive the car backwards, then the time will also go backwards, and maybe they can get out of this loop. But as they started going backwards, their memories started going again, and they started driving the car forward again. Then they saw that a man in a mask had attacked Reed and Olivia, who were coming in the new loop. Reed and Olivia rang the horn of their car and distracted that masked man. When Olivia looked back in the car, there was a knife. She thought that maybe Reed had brought a knife to kill her, because now he had come to know the truth about Olivia. Scared, she picked up the knife and threw Reed out of the car. Reed kept trying to explain to her again and again. Wait, there is nothing like what you are thinking. There is danger outside. But Olivia didn't listen to him. As soon as Reed got out of the car, someone attacked him. But seeing this, Olivia was surprised that the masked man who was attacking him was no one else, but Olivia herself was the future version, the one who kidnapped them, and the one who was eating human flesh. Now Olivia was out of her mind, and she quickly sat in the car. Reed also somehow escaped and came in the car, and both of them quickly started driving the car back. As they started going back, the time changed rapidly. Day and night were changing, as if someone was turning the lights on and off. Then they reached the same road from where they had started this journey. Everything was fine, but it was too late. When Reed saw the phone, there were a lot of messages from the family and friends. He understood that he had spent a very long time here. But now, Olivia was dead and her child too. Now there was nothing left in this life. He got out of the car and walked on the same road, from which he had come out of a great difficulty. And then he realized that this was the old man who had stopped him from coming here in the beginning. Suddenly, he saw a little girl in the jungle whose face was similar to him. He understood that she was his daughter. Maybe some version of Olivia gave birth to her, and now she was also stuck in the same jungle. The girl had a picture of Reed and Olivia. Reed hugged the picture and cried. And that's how this story unfolded. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more movie breakdowns.